These are all trout right here. Those are tiger trout. Oh, look at those.
Look at them, babe.
Oh my god, they're so little. I really thought they'd be larger.
All right, guys, good afternoon. I am not in the truck today. I am in Michelle's car because every once in a while I have to drive into the office. I usually work from home, but I drive into the office and it's pretty far from my house. So therefore, I'm coming to you from Michelle's car today. We get a little better gas mileage than the truck. But actually today's a really special day. It's been a long time coming and a lot of preparation on my part, and I'm pretty excited for what we're about to go do. So basically, a while back, I got this wild hair idea that I wanted to have a natural aquarium in my house where I might have a perch or a bluegill or a bass or something like that. And this was back probably when I was 16 or 17, and just never really happened. I don't know. I originally thought trout, when I did some research, trout actually take quite a bit of cold water. So you'd have to implement a cooling system and a bunch of other things. So it just wasn't very practical. Started catching walleyes, and after I started catching those and realizing how cool of a fish they are and how aggressive they feed, I thought it would be a great idea to get myself a walleye and put it in a fish tank. So I talked about it for quite some time and just never did it. Never just picked up stuff and went and did it. And now I'm finally going to be doing it. I probably bought the stuff for the tank 2 months ago. I found the tank free on Craigslist. I ended up cleaning it up. It was somebody's really old tank that had just sat and done nothing for years. So I made sure it was sealed good and cleaned it up. Then I built a stand out of wood. I painted that stand, I put doors on it, and then I went and bought a small little tank to use for the minnows and for breeding and stuff. And I set this up about probably a month and a half ago, something like that. So the system's been running, it's been cleaning itself out, it's been getting prepared to put fish in. And I got in contact with a guy named Rod from a place called Beaver's Fish Farm in Longmont, Colorado. And he does a lot of private pond stocking and things like that. And they usually get walleyes, but it's only one time a year in October. So I kept hounding him and letting him know that I was interested in picking up some walleyes. And they haven't officially gotten their walleyes yet, but he brought back about 10 of them from his last trip because he knew I wanted some. So today I'm actually driving up after work here to the Longmont area to Beaver's Fish Farm, and I'm going to be picking up walleyes for my fish tank. You live in Colorado and you want to purchase some walleyes for your tank as well, this would be the place to do it. You can't go out and catch them and put them in a tank. Most of the places have slot limits on the fish, so it would be illegal to catch an undersized fish for a tank. And then if you caught an 18-inch fish, I believe there's many regulations about keeping it live. You can't transport it in water from that body of water. So anyway, it becomes very complicated and not worth it. Plus you don't want to get in trouble for something like that and lose a fishing license or hunting privileges or whatever it may be. So anyway, that's kind of the scoop right now, and yeah, look forward to showing you guys kind of what's going on here at Beaver's Fish Farm. All right guys, here we are at Beaver's Fish Farm. Do mostly warm water fish, do a ton of them. You can see some fish on the back side of the tank over there. There's one right there. It's got tons of these tanks in here. They do a ton of fish. Even the DOW is working with them. They do a lot of private pond stocking. Really cool stuff. These are all trout right here. Those are tiger trout. Oh, look at those. That is so cool. Bunch of tiger trout right there. There's some bass in here. This place is awesome. It's like some sunfish up at the top there. So neat. Look at these beauties. Isn't that cool? So anyway, if you're looking for fish, come check out Beaver's Fish Farm for your private stocking needs, or if you want some for a tank. This is pretty sweet. Here's my walleyes. They're all still swimming, so I think they're still good to go.
Oh, they're so little. Oh my God, how many did we get?
9.
9?
He sold me 5, but he said, "Can you take them all?" I said, "Sure."
Look at them, babe.
Oh my God, they're so little. I really thought they'd be larger.
This is actually the walleye tank that we've set up for the walleyes that we just purchased. And then I just got a couple filters and a light for it. I need to figure out kind of what to do for a lid. I have kind of a makeshift one right now. And then we just put some greenery in there. The walleyes will be just fine with the greenery. It's also really dark down here, so that'll be really helpful. And you don't really need sticks or rocks, but I might add some of that stuff later. But right now, this is just very basic. It's got kind of that large pebble aggregate on the bottom down here. And it has a white light, and it also has a blue light. And these plants kind of glow, and this would be really nice for the walleyes. They like it dark, they hunt in the dark, they do a lot of stuff with the dark light because of the way their eyes are. And so this is kind of my walleye setup for right now. And then underneath it, we actually have a little minnow tank. Not sure how much you can see that, but we have a minnow tank, and that's where we're gonna store all of the minnows that we're gonna feed some of these walleyes. These might be a little bit too big to feed them, but that's what we have for now. So we're gonna try to throw a couple in there and see what happens. The biggest thing with fish, any fish that you're transporting from other aquarium into yours, is you never want to transfer the water. That's how you're gonna implement a lot of disease or bacteria or things that shouldn't be in here. This tank has been sitting for about a month and a half, just kind of cycling the water through. So I know this is super clean and it's ready to go. Dechlorinated, whole 9 yards. So we're gonna take the walleyes out first, and then we're gonna put them in this big tank, and then we'll go from there on adding some minnows and seeing what happens. So typically what you would do to acclimate fish to a tank is you would take the bag and then you drop it in the top of the tank so that the water can kind of match temperature. We don't have the glory of doing that because this is such a big bag. We could use something different, but the temperature in here is about 62 degrees, something like that. The temperature in here is going to be about the same. These guys came out of an outdoor pin tank. We're just going to get a little net and net them out and put them in the big tank.
Georgia, what do you think of your new pets? You got some walleye pets? Are you gonna name them?
All right, so there they are, right down in there. My hands are kind of dirty, so I don't want to touch them right away, but we can net them. Best way to net a fish is just go really slowly. Usually they'll just swim right in. Right there, I just got 4. No problem at all.
Oh, they're gonna trip.
And then you just want to do a quick transfer. You want to go really fast. Lift them up, bring them over, and there's your first look at the walleyes. Look at them. Man, they're cool. Look at them. Oh man, this is so sweet. I've been waiting forever for this. You have no idea.
There they go.
This is the coolest thing. Walleyes are in the tank, man. Oh, we got Walter Juniors. Look at them.
They're so little.
Oh, they're so cool. God, I've been waiting for this for so long. So those 3 pretty much immediately went down to the bottom in the same spot. And then the other one kind of went back on the air pump. We're gonna get the rest and put those in real quick. Look at those things. Whoa. So cool. These guys are about 3 to 5 inches long, but they will get much, much bigger. But for now, this is plenty of space for them. They can easily live in here, no problem at all.
Oh yeah. See you later.
So awesome. All right, let's get some more.
I got some.
This guy's got legs.
Yeah, he does.
All right. Like I said, really
3, 2,
fast.
1, go.
There they are in the net. Getting ready to go in. Look at them dart. Oh man, these things are gonna eat minnows like you would not believe. Well, that one's really white.
Yeah, that one right there.
He's like kind of stressed, like real white. This guy's pretty small.
Oh, look at his fin. His fins are up.
Cool, man. There we go. Got them both. Again, we're gonna go pretty quick. Lift them up, put them in. They didn't even lose a breath of air on that one. All right.
Ooh, that got
Sweet. All right, so this minnow water is really dirty. We don't want to introduce that into the minnow tank or the big tank. So what I'm going to do is dump this whole thing into the old water from the walleyes just came in. And then I'll start picking the fish out. The debris is going to fall to the bottom of this water. And then we can put a couple small ones into the tank and see if they get eaten. I'm going to try to nab one of these little tiny minnows once he gets like kind of near the top, and then we'll drop one in. Here's the first victim. We're going to see what happens with him. Still a little bit of crap in this water, so I'm going to try to let him swim out and use the net as a screen. This is not a big minnow for walleyes. Okay, there he goes. We're going to keep a close eye on him, and we're going to see what happens. But I bet you this guy gets smoked. All right, first batch of minnows going in the minnow tank. First batch of minnows.
Some gunk went in there.
Rod is the guy at Beaver's Fish Farm, and he was mentioning that brine shrimp is like the best thing that you can kind of feed these guys to get started. So what I did is I bought the frozen brine shrimp cubes, and these will just thaw in the water, and then they'll kind of split apart and become fish food essentially. So what I'm going to do is just kind of drop these in. They'll take a while to break apart. What you could also do is get a little plastic cup, put a couple drops of water in it, and let them sit at room temperature for a little bit, and then dump them in. And then they're a little bit more fishy tasting at the beginning for the walleyes. But for now, I'm just going to drop a couple cubes in, and they will float at the top, but you'll get some of that brine shrimp that'll fall through. And all that is good fish food, and they will eat that. All right, guys, so this is the walleye tank. I'm really excited to have these fish in here. This has been like a lifelong dream for me to have some native fish in a tank. It was going to be trout, but walleye are a little easier to sustain in warmer temperatures. And as I got older, the walleye kind of became more prevalent of a fish that I like to catch. So we're going to do walleyes and see how they do. Just going to follow protocol and probably leave the lights really dark. And we'll leave them down here to kind of acclimate to the water, and then tomorrow we'll come down and see if any of these tinier minnows got chomped, and this brine shrimp that's kind of floating around they'll probably sniff out and eat as well. So that's about it for the video tonight, guys. I hope you guys enjoy it, and look forward to a lot more pet walleye videos coming soon. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget hitting the bell icon so you can get all the notifications for the future videos. And we'll see you in the next one.
And a thumbs up.
And a thumbs up. We're almost to 6K. And then we're almost to 7, and then 10. And I'm doing another giveaway with TFO at 10K. So let's go.